You know, first of all, I want to say that I don't mean any disrespect when I talk about this. I have all the respect for those involved that I'm going to talk about, for the women involved. When I talk about this, I have nothing but respect for them. No offense, because this is something that even other women themselves are wondering. Along with men. And what it is that when you look at mainstream movies and series, but mostly you also look at what is probably the most common place for it, if not most associated place for it, and that being late night adult series and late night adult movies. The question that always pops up between men and women that see this or hear about it is why? Why do studios, especially in the past decade or past several years, rely so much on women having certain moments, if you know what I mean, between each other in mainstream, if not mostly in adult? Why is that? Why is it that women are always called upon to have these special moments, if you will, in adult movies, in adult series, and sometimes mainstream movies and mainstream series? Why can't they just make it between a man and a woman and be done with it? Why can't they insinuate that a man and a woman had a special moment, or even if they have to show a man and a woman on screen having that moment? Why is it at times, especially recently, that they go down this route? That is a question. That is an interesting question. Now look, as a guy, a straight up guy, I can understand maybe why directors and writers do this. They understand, especially if you stay up late at night and you catch a glimpse of this when you're scrolling through the channels, it's going to get your attention. And as a guy, not only is it going to get your attention, it's going to keep your attention. It's going to keep you fixated until it's over. But still, the question that gets asked is why at most times do a lot of series and movies, mainstream and even mostly adult, why are they now doing it more so than ever? And again, like I just answered, and again, answering my own question in a way, it keeps you fixated, it gets your attention, it just, catches you off guard. It really does. I mean, and again, like I said, I can understand that being a guy. There's no doubt there's been many occasions throughout my life it's caught me off guard. It's caught my attention. Just like it's caught the attention of people like Jeff Siegel. It's caught the attention of people like Alex Hicks. People that I subscribe to and watch here on YouTube. I'm sure it's grabbed their attention. I'm sure it's grabbed the attention of Joe Vargas. It's grabbed the attention of James Rolfe, Doug Walker, you name it. Brad Jones. It's grabbed everybody's attention. Louis Lovehog. It's grabbed everybody's attention once in a great moon or once in a while. And that's the reason you see women most of the time over just a man and a woman, or even at sometimes, because it is real, it is out there, a man and a man. This is why most times you see women be called upon to have these special moments or insinuate that they've had these special moments on screen to grab that person's attention. That's why we see it. That's why it happens. That's why most times when you hear people, review or talk about, let's say, an adult flick that gets shown late at night on a cable channel, they'll talk about that basically, you have these two women, these two beautiful women that are like main characters there, and you don't even have to guess whether or not they're going to have a moment together or a special moment. You don't have to guess if they're going to have a special moment because they are. And lo and behold, later on down the line in the film or the show, they have that moment. And all because of the fact that it's done to grab your attention. It's done to grab your attention and keep you fixated, especially if you're a guy. I mean, if they were doing guy on guy and a woman was to do the same thing, scroll through channels and then that caught their attention, of course they get fixated. of course, they would, watch until it was over. And I say that with all due respect. I say that with all due respect, no offense, because it's the same thing. When they have women having certain moments on screen with each other, it's being done to catch a man's attention. The same thing if they would decide to go the men on men route, they know it would grab a girl's attention. And again, I say that with all due respect, no offense. But that's why the question is always asked. Why? Why do they have to go there? Why do they have to make that happen? Why do they have to, basically, if they put these characters, these women, into certain situations, certain moments, if you will, why do they have to make it go for like 5 minutes, maybe 9 minutes at most? What, to make sure your attention is kept, that makes sure you don't change the channel and you keep watching? That's probably about it. That's probably the reason. And again, being a guy, I understand that because it's happened to me. Same thing, like I said, no offense, no offense, no disrespect. It's the same thing if they were to do it with guy on guy. They know if a woman was to, switch, kind of switch to the channels and catch that, and that be one of the things they would notice, by flipping through the channels, it would grab their attention. It would get them fixated. And in the end, the reason they do this, either it's woman on woman or man on man for these special moments, if you will, is they do it because it's business strategy. It's a strategy in the movie business to where they know that from a viewership number perspective, that a lot of people were watching that certain moment, that they are that it's obviously popular enough to warrant more moments to be done. And again, you can talk to someone like Brad Jones, who sometimes reviews these kind of movies for a living as the cinema snob. He'll tell you the same thing, that you don't have to look at the way two women that are like main characters in a film or a series, adult especially, and sometimes mainstream, you don't have to look at them just for a moment not to know they're going to have a moment. You don't have to think and wonder, will they or won't they? There's a good chance they're going to. But again, the question still gets asked, why? Even after giving an answer like I did, people still want to know why. And the truth is, like I said, it's a good business strategy. It's a good business strategy from a viewership perspective, because they know that people, if this catches their attention, it's going to allow the viewership, the numbers to go up. And by viewership numbers going up, it's going to be like, hey, this got people's attention. Let's keep it going. That's why it's done, for viewership numbers. Because the more viewership or more eyeballs get put onto that one particular moment, the more it makes it a positive, outcome for them to do more in the future. But what do you guys think? What do you think about these moments and when they happen? How do you feel about them? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. And again, I say this with all disrespect. Not all disrespect, but I say this with no disrespect. I say this with no disrespect, no offense. But again, let me know what your thoughts are. Again, no disrespect, no offense. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment